Hey everybody, it's Steve from the Carish team. And earlier this year, I made 5 predictions for what I thought 2020 would have in store for us in the real estate market. And we're going to go over them here for fun, just to find out how smart I think I am, or maybe I'm not. But anyway, first, before we do that, if you like this type of content, real estate content specifically, please click and subscribe or follow us on Instagram at Carish Real Properties. Okay, let's get into it. Number one, the stress test. I predicted earlier in the year that there would be some monkeying. Well, no, sorry. I predicted that there would be no monkeying with the stress test, that they would just talk about removing the stress test and then actually not do it. And to tell you the truth, I'm going to take the check mark on this one because nobody's talking about the stress test anymore. They didn't really mess with it at all, and everybody's only worried about COVID now. So I'm going to take, like I said, the check mark on that one. Number two was a drop in interest rates, and I think we're going to have to go to the judges, and I'll explain why on this one. I did predict a drop in interest rate, but I wasn't the only one out there. I actually thought that we would see a 1/4 point drop. All of the people much smarter than me in finance thought that we were going to see a 0.5% drop. And COVID hit, and we saw like 3/4 or more of a percent drop. Like they just slash rates all the way around. So I think we're gonna have to go to the judges. I did say they would drop, and the judges say, "Hey, there you go." I'm gonna take credit for that one. Yeah, I'm doing the editing too. So what are you gonna do? Number three. Here we go. Low inventory. I thought that low inventory would continue throughout the whole year. And so far, that's actually true. We did have that little dip in, let's call it end of March, April, and May, where inventory stacked up, where very few transactions were happening. But since then, it's just gangbusters all the way around. The condo market, though, is a little bit slower. But that actually leads us to number four. And number four is price increases. Now, cliche, right? Agent, prices are going to go up. I say prices are going to go up. Well, all of the factors we just talked about, prices went up. Even in the condo market that's a little bit slower, we're seeing, in the neck of the woods, a 3% year over year. I think we're at 4.5 to 5% in the townhouse market, and almost 10%, between 8 and 10%, depending on where you are in the detached market. Sorry to tell you, folks, that are waiting for the bubble to burst. Prices went up, so I'm going to give myself another check mark. And last but not least, I predicted that 2020 was going to be the year of the townhouse. Yeah, got that one totally wrong. But here's why. I actually think I had solid information, but again, who the heck was predicting that COVID would be what it has become? So townhouses actually had a very good year. They actually did rise, like I said before, up to 4 to 5%. Not a bad start or finish, I guess, to the year, given all things considered. But condos are the ones that kind of took the hit. COVID, with a few things like nobody wants to be locked up in a condo. And people realized that they could sell in, say, Vancouver or downtown Toronto and move out to the burbs and get a lot more for their money. It was actually the year of the detached home, believe it or not. Well, like I said before, we're talking 8 to 10% increase in detached homes. I got this one wrong, folks. What are you going to do? I'm going to say I got 4 out of 5. So my real estate predictions aren't that bad. What I did not predict was COVID. I don't think anybody else did. But hey, it was a fun little experiment to see. But stay tuned for early next year when I try and make some sense of what the heck is going to happen in 2021. Like I said before, if you like this type of content, please click and subscribe. We'll see you next time.